Miyausuno, broadcaster. Wavartes,
Ah,
Wavartes,
tes
live.
senmu only live.
Minawan on kamera.
One kameranya mikanya.
Okay.
Sopan need hitan mah. One switch ko.
Akan ay bos wayak.
John, Burma. Hey. 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 Mamawan? Okay, salamat.
So, is there a resolution for Ms. Chantra for the Fiji office? I don't seem to have one, that's why I'm asking. Thank you. There is one I noticed, that's the one submitted by the executive, but it has not, it seems to have not been properly introduced. So, can I ask the floor leader to consider signing that? Floor leader, can I speak with you? Mainly resolutionist, I accept.
I think we can start. I hereby call the 9th day of the 3rd regular session of the 23rd Congress to order. May we all rise for a moment of silent prayer. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abel Alfonso,
Pasalilia Mang, amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figuer, Senator Colon, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence,
Amen.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romalo, Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, 10 members are present.
with that, we have a quorum to transact business. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 4, reading of the journal.
Floor Leader Lawrence.
Good morning, Speaker and members. I move that we dispense with the reading of the journal.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress dispense with the reading of the journal. Discussion, objections? None. We will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now dispensed with the reading of the journal. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item number 5, presidential communications. We have two of them, and they are numbers 23-219 and number 23-220.
Thank you. Members take note, especially number 23-220, which is important that we consider at least some of them. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. That is item 6, Evasam Supreme Court communications. As of now, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker.
Continue.
Item 7, member communications, none also. Item 8, departmental communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 9, agency or governmental authority communications, we do not have any, Mr. Speaker. Item 10, state communications, none. Item 11, state Supreme Court communications, none, Mr. Speaker. Item 12, municipal or town communications, none also. And item number 13, foreign government communications, we have one, and it's number 23-53.
Continue.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on item 14, miscellaneous communications, none, Mr. Speaker.
Order of the day.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the order of the day, we have item 15, standing committee reports. We have one, and it's standing committee report number 23-50 on Congressional Bill number 23-67 from your Committee on TNC for adoption.
Acting Chair, Vice Speaker Romalo.
Short recess.
Short recess.
Yeah. So, Luana to vote, defer to tomorrow.
We go back? Okay, it's up to you. Let's go back. Congress is back in session. Vice Chair, Acting Chair, Vice Speaker Romalo.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I wish to defer action on this 8 bill to tomorrow.
Is that a motion?
Motion.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress delay its action on Standing Committee Report number 23-50. Discussion? Any objections? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye. All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has deferred its action on Standing Committee Report number 23-50. Short recess. Chairman Ursmal, we have an awaiting list, and I believe it's waiting on your report on a grant, but it's being circulated and it's not yet with us. Okay, let's go back. Next item, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're still under standing committee reports for item number 15. Please disregard the awaiting list number 23-15 for the standing committee reports awaiting the 24 hours requirement.
Okay. Next item,
Item 16, special committee reports, none, Mr. Speaker.
next item,
Item 17, for assignment of measures and communications, please refer to referral sheet number 23-35.
chairs and members, please take note of the referral sheet. Next item,
Unfinished business for item 18, none, Mr. Speaker.
next item,
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now under the bill calendar. The first bill under the bill calendar is Congressional Bill Number 23-72 for first reading. CB number 23-72 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 20-155 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 20-177, 20-188, 21-61, 21-88, 21-119, 21-150, 22-08, 22-43, and 22-119 by amending Section 6 thereof for the purpose of changing the allotee of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Speaker?
Short recess.
Chief Clerk, what bill are we on?
72, CB number 23-72.
What happened to
67 is the one with the standing committee report 23-50 that has been deferred to tomorrow's session. Yes, the deferment of that, I took out the bill from the bill calendar.
How's our microphone situation? Micro Dawn and Micro Spirit. Are you good?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go back. Chairman Figueroa, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress passes on first reading Congress Bill number 23-72.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-72. Discussion? Any discussion? If none, and without objection, discussion is closed. We will now vote by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abela Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Arudus, Senator Christian,
Amen.
Senator Figueroa, Senator Coland, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence,
Aye.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romolo,
Aye.
Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses,
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, we have 10 affirmative votes to the said bill under first reading.
Thank you. With that, Congress has passed on first reading, CB number 23-72. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're currently on Congressional Bill number 23-73 for first reading. CB number 23-73 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law number 21-201 as amended by Public Laws numbers 21-219, 21-223, 21-229, 21-241, 22-14, 22-28, 22-31, 22-51, 22-67, 22-104, and 23-21 by amending Section 4 thereof for the purpose of changing the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other public projects and social programs for the people of Pohnpei State and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move that Congress pass on first reading Congress Bill number 23-73.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading, CB number 23-73. Discussion.
Speaker,
Chairman Figueroa.
I have a proposed floor amendment to the bill. The proposed floor amendment has been duplicated and distributed to members, and because of its lengthy, I ask that we dispense with the reading of the proposed floor amendment. So I move for the adoption of the proposed floor amendment.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered floor amendment by Chairman Figueroa be adopted. Discussion. Short recess.
Now, I'm sad to say that I have not received from Finance any update on fund balances, so it's okay, we just move on with it.
Do it tomorrow, second reading.
Now, next special session, whenever another session occurs, that'd be fine. The state of Pohnpei will not perish if I don't do my amendments now. Thank you, Chairman Figueroa.
Okay, let's go back. We're still on discussion of the offered floor amendment by Chairman Figueroa to CB number 23-73. Any,
Question?
if no objection, question has been called for. We will vote on the adoption of the proposed amendment by Chairman Figueroa to CB number 23-73. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. The offered floor amendment by Chairman Figueroa to CB number 23-73 has now been adopted by Congress. We now have CD1. Any further discussion? If none, and no objection, question has been called for. We will vote on first reading CB number 23-73 CD1 by roll call of members. Chief Clerk, please call the roll.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Senator Abela Alfonso,
Amen.
Senator Aritos, Senator Christian, Senator Figueroa, Senator Colan, Senator Conman, Floor Leader Lawrence,
Amen.
Senator Nemea,
Yes.
Vice Speaker Romulo,
Amen.
Senator Urusamal, Speaker Moses.
Hey,
Mr. Speaker, 10 members voted for the said bill under first reading.
with that, Congress has passed on first reading CB number 23-73 CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill number 23-75 for first reading. CB number 23-75 is a bill for an act to further amend Section 208 of Title 52 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated as amended by Public Law Number 18-114 to reduce the cost of living allowance to zero and for other purposes.
Chairman Artis.
Thank you, Speaker. Move to defer action on the said bill.
It's
Second.
been moved and seconded that Congress defers action on to CB number 23-75 to tomorrow's calendar. Any objection? If none, we will vote. All those in favor of the said motion, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, say nay. Motion carried. Congress has deferred its action on CB number 23-75 to tomorrow's calendar. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Short recess, Mr. Speaker.
Short recess.
So the motion is to defer to tomorrow, or the motion, as I heard Chairman Aritos saying, was to move to defer the bill? I didn't hear him say anything about tomorrow.
And what say you? Did I read you correctly? Defer to tomorrow?
Next session of Congress.
What's that?
Next session of Congress.
Next session. Okay. When I go back, then I'll restate.
Thank you, sir.
Let's go back. Please take note that the motion that we voted on was to defer action on CB number 23-75 to the next session of Congress, and not next session day. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill Number 23-70 CD1 for second and final reading. CB number 23-70 CD1 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 19-124 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 19-133, 19-140, 19-150, 20-05, 20-15, 20-33, 20-48, 20-63, 20-71, 20-156, 20-175, 21-22, 21-52, 21-146, 21-195, 21-213, 21-244, 22-62, and 22-111 by amending Sections 2 and 6 thereof to change the use and allotment of certain funds previously appropriated therein to fund priority infrastructure projects and other programs for Yap and Pohnpei states and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Speaker,
Floor Leader Lawrence.
I move to defer action on this bill to tomorrow's session.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defers its action on CB number 23-70 CD1. Discussion, objections? If none, we will vote on said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has deferred its action on CB number 23-70 CD1. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We're now on Congressional Bill Number 23-71 for second and final reading. CB number 23-71 is a bill for an act to further amend Public Law Number 19-54 as amended by Public Laws Numbers 19-62, 19-75, 19-79, 19-99, 19-119, 20-04, 20-56, 20-82, 20-127, 21-20, 21-117, 21-169, 21-174, 21-194, 21-205, 21-233, 22-15, 22-54, and 22-109 by amending Section 4 thereof to change the use of funds previously appropriated therein to fund public projects and social programs in the state of Pohnpei and for other purposes.
Chairman Figueroa.
Tomorrow? Mr. Speaker, I
Chairman
move
Christian.
move to that Congress defer its action on this bill also to tomorrow's calendar.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress defers its action on CB number 23-71. Discussion, objections? If none, we will vote on said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress has deferred its action on CB number 23-71. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, as of now, we do not have any more bills.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Dimia.
I move for the withdrawal and placement of CB 23-61 for action on today's calendar.
Any second? It's been moved and seconded that, short recess. What bill was that?
23-61. 61.
Do we have a copy?
Congress is back in session. The motion before us is for placement of CB number 23-61 on today's calendar for action. Floor Leader, any motion to suspend?
I move to suspend any relevant rule that may impede our actions on the withdrawal and placement of the said bill.
Any second?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we suspend the rules on the placement of CB number 23-61 on today's calendar for action. Discussion, objections? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carries. The rules are now suspended. We are now on the main motion on placement of CB number 23-61 on today's calendar for action. Any further discussion? If none, we will vote on the said motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion carried. Congress is now placed on today's calendar for action, CB number 23-61. Next bill, Chief Clerk.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Under the bill calendar now is Congressional Bill Number 23-61 for first reading. CB Number 23-61 is a bill for an act to amend Section 505 of Title 24 of the Code of the Federated States of Micronesia annotated by putting an exemption for long line and pole and line fishing in the closed area, the 12-mile area seaward of the territorial sea, not to extend beyond 24 nautical miles from the baseline from which the breadth of the territorial sea is measured, and for other purposes.
Chairman Mia.
Move for the passage of said bill.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that Congress pass on first reading CB number 23-61. Discussion.
Mr. Speaker,
Chairman Christian, you have the
I
floor.
would like to offer the following oral amendment to the bill. In the title, line 2, where it says, "and pole and line fishing," delete the phrase "and pole and line," so that it reads, "exemption for long line fishing." And in the body of the bill, line 11, beginning line 10, delete pole and line on line 10, so that line 10 and 11 reads that long line fishing in the closed area are exempted. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
It's been moved and seconded that the offered oral amendment by Chairman Christian be adopted. Short recess.
I think the purpose of this bill is to, because sometimes when the long line lay their lines, it drift into the is it
That's
24?
true, yeah.
And to avoid penalties for them, because it's not really a fault, it's, so, I don't, will that still be the case? With the,
Well, the long lines, when they are laid by the long line fishing boats, can extend up to 50 miles. And the boats will drop the lines and then leave them to lay other lines. In the meantime, currents, when they shift, can and have carried these fishing lines into the extended retention area. Whereas the amendment I was proposing to take out pole and line is because pole and line boats are controlled by the captain and they can continue to watch where they drift.
Okay, let's go back.
But, Speaker, thank you. My recollection of what the law had attempted to do was to increase the enclosed areas to fishing. Now we're exempting the long line fishing from that 24 enclosed areas. Of course, as a captain of a long line, I should know that current and winds and waves move the lines all over the place. If I place my long line close to or within 10 or 12 miles from the enclosed area, I know sooner or later it would drift into the 24-mile area. So where is the effort to leave the enclosed areas for our local fishermen and fishing fleets?
Well, the main idea was to get the actual fishing out of 12 miles from an extra 12 miles from the territorial waters. But they're running into problems with some drifting. And still, the main focus was to take all these persainers out of the 12-mile extended portion. I'm probably not clear, but Chairman of R&D, can you?
Yeah, basically, what is happening now is with the increasing and intensification of turbulence in our ocean, it's very, very difficult to have foreseen where the current is going to be heading. It's not like before because of global warming. So what is happening is a lot of the long line fishing operators are hit with heavy penalties because of that. And that's really a disincentive to them to continue to renew their license, or they try to renegotiate. And here we are, we're trying to maximize or optimize how we can generate our local revenue from fishing licenses. And by exempting these, given the changes in the current situation, it can sort of help ameliorate that complication. Whereas, as my good chairman had indicated on the Poland line, you have full control over it because the captain is there. But on the long line, by nature of what they do is they lay or leave their lines, and then they go and do other fishing, and they will come back for that. And they have no control over the drifting because of the changes in the current direction. So that's the difference. And here we're trying to see how we can minimize unnecessary penalty, which may jeopardize our generating revenue from our fishing partners.
But I recall, if I may be wrong, but I recall the discussion on the extending the 12 miles territorial sea to another 12 miles. And the main issue then was protecting our local fishermen. And here we
Yes,
are.
that was one of the reasons.
Yeah,
But it was the first stepping stone for the Blue Prosperity Initiative. I think there's a bill somewhere proposing that we adhere to the recommendations by whatever, the Blue Continent or Blue Prosperity.
But now, I don't know, on one hand, is our effort here mainly to increase or maximize or optimize our revenue collection from the fishing, or to protect our resources? As we keep getting people telling us that, oh, you're making way less than what the fishing companies are making off your fish. And that's the concern I have.
Which is a valid concern.
Mr. Speaker, if I can offer additional comment, then I invite my other colleagues to add anything that they also want to. It's really not to encourage fishing within that 12-mile zone by the long line, but it's really on the exemption, especially on the net, because by nature of long line, they deal with laying or leaving lines, and they come back and pick them up at some point in the future. And like I had indicated, you have no control on the current situation, and many a times these lines actually drift within the 12-mile zone. And that's an area that we're looking at, because what's been happening over the years is whoever owns the, let's say, the tidal reef water would then come up with very hefty penalty, like $6 million in charging this fishing operator. So either they pay $6 million, or they just fold and said, okay, we're not going to pay that. But the intention of the bill, as I understand, is not to allow the longline fishing to fish within the 12-mile zone, because we leave that to our